January 17, 2022, the 65th Real-World Lecture of Learning with the Community of Airlangga University began. Banjar Village, Banyuwangi Regency, became our destination to do one of the three Dharma universities, namely community service. Banjar villagers have the majority of farmers' jobs in rice field, with the condition of the place which is mostly rice fields. Airlangga University Real-World Lectures are oriented towards Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. The SDGs were created to answer to the demand of the world leadership, which have 17 goals covering issues of sustainable development. These include eradicating poverty and hunger, improving health and education, building more sustainable cities, tackling climate change, and protecting forests and oceans that can maintain and improve quality of life from one generation to the next. Our work programs include veterinary public health, Orgasmavet, fish farming in Ember or Butik Dember, learn English together and preach together, all of our work programs refer to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, namely health, environment, and education. In an effort to guarantee food quality in the world, the role of the third SDGs goal relates to health and supports welfare, and the 12th goal relates to ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns, which are the main reference in policy implementation. Veterinary public health is all community efforts that influence and are influenced by the art and science of veterinary medicine in the context of disease prevention, protection of life, and improvement of human welfare. Meat is one of the high protein needs that must be met by every country for its citizenship. In Indonesia, the demand for meat is still far from the limit for national scale meat needs and the best quality of meat. Rembang village has abundant potential for clean water. Environmental conditions that support freshwater fish farming are our background to provide socialization about timber cultivation activities. Budik Dember is a form of sustainable agriculture technology where people can cultivate fish and vegetables in one place and at the same time without requiring a very large area of land. Oriented to the second SDGs goal by supporting zero hunger, Budik Dember can support the occurrence of zero hunger in the community. In addition to achieving food security, improved nutrition, and fulfilled nutrition, another benefit of this activity is to minimize the financial expenditure needed for daily food. A healthy and prosperous life can also be realized because the quality of the food produced is also guaranteed to be clean. Fish farming in buckets is carried out by inviting PKK women in the homeless of Rembang and Dusun Putuk. The majority of the women who participate are agricultural laborers and housewives. They were very enthusiastic in participating in this activity, asking questions, practicing together, and even taking pictures of our activities. The existence of Budik Dember is expected. The Learn English Together work program is a superior work program that is oriented to the fourth SDGs goal, namely quality education. Besides, the purpose of learning English together is also to educate Indonesian children where the English language skills of Indonesian children are still very lacking. Which is English is an international language that is indispensable for the progress of the nation in the future. Community service in the teaching work program is carried out based on the academic abilities of students who have previously been tested on all students. This program was implemented at SDN 2 Rembang. Community service activities are carried out 3 times for 1 week, in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 4 weeks with different teaching material at each meeting. The material has been prepared before the work program runs on the basis of progress that will be obtained at the end of the meeting. Our member group are divided into 2 tags, namely mentor and group companions. Meanwhile, students are divided into 2 classes, namely grades 1 to 3 and grades 4, 5, and 6. Then, all students are invited to play and learn English in groups, and each individually will have the opportunity to take a quiz which will later be used as group points. The implementation of the teach work program certainly has stage at each meeting. Starting with easy to difficult stage, an evaluation is always carried out after the meeting is over so that it can always improve the material that is considered inappropriate. In Banjar village, where we teach the Quran, especially in Dusun Rembang and Putu village, we have several TPQs. In TPQs Rembang, there are 2, namely Miss Anik and Miss Ahmad. The 2 TPQs have children who are still passionate about pursuing their religion. As well as in TPQ on Putu village, this is our background to teach the Quran to TPQ Rembang and Putu and instill enthusiasm in children to continue studying in matters of religion. Oriented to the 4th SDGs goal, namely quality education, this recital can make the children in the 2 hamlets have the opportunity to learn in terms of religion. Teaching activities are carried out 4 days. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Every week during KKN, every day the mentor makes a schedule of what material will be taught to the TPQ students. On Monday, the material portion is related by daily prayer. On Tuesday is about memorizing short letter. Wednesday is about the practice of obligatory of sunnah prayer, and on Saturday about Islamic songs or watching Islamic films. The schedules for each day is greeting, read Surat Al-Fatihah, read the prayer of learning, continuous reading Asmaul Husna, recite 1 by 1 to mentor, continued with delivery of material according to the day of teaching, and finally read the prayer after studying. Alhamdulillah, the teaching and learning activities went smoothly. Beyond the expected expansion, hopefully all the material that is converted to the TPQ brothers and sisters can be assessed and practiced in everyday life. If in delivery of the material for the Quran there are elements of error and mistakes, we sincerely apologize.
Mudah-mudahan menjadi dibalas oleh Allah dengan balasan yang setimpal. Amin amin ya robbal. Kelompok 32. Bismillah.